This is Tammy Louise with Handmade by TLC with Treasured Times rubber stamps. Today I want to show you how to stamp so that we can get all of the great detail in the PPinky stamps. This is Mr. Snowman. It's an exclusive design with Treasured Times rubber stamps, and this is the PPinky. The rubber's designed with a special screen so that we can get the shading in. I've tried to use the normal Memento black that I use with my Copic ink to stamp it. It does come out a little bit blacker and darker than I prefer, although you could use it. The coloring isn't there for the hair and the strands. This is a really super special design, and I love this illustrator, but I want them to come out as good as I can, and I want to add as much color as I can as well. So I want to show you a few things, techniques that I learned as I was playing with them a bit. This is a little bit different of an image, but it's the same premise. So I want to show you, get as close as I can. This stamp illustration was done with Memento London Fog. It's a fade resistant dye ink, so we all know that we can use our Copic coloring with this, and it came out really super wonderful. The PPinkies are designed, and I know a lot of people are very familiar with the digital images, but they're designed with a ton of shading around the edges of the eyes, as well as all of the areas that we would normally have chosen a darker color to color it in with anyway. And I wanted to keep all of that, but still be able to add that flesh tone into the faces. And I do have some tricks to show you about that. And that was Memento London Fog. I also tried sort of playing with all of my different inks to see which one I preferred. This is a StazOn. The color is called Dove Gray. And I want to show you, this is with the snowman image. It also gives you the ability to retain all of the lovely shading in the stamp. It's a little bit lighter. You might want to use some 00 or 000 pigment colors with your Copic ink with this, because it is a real light. Although nowadays we're stamping with white and coloring on the inside of that anyway, or we're even doing no lines. So I wanted to show you that that does work. That's with the StazOn. And I know with StazOn you can do watercolor, so that was wonderful to know, depending on whatever medium you prefer. This is a third choice that I found worked very well, and I am going to stamp it for you also so that you can see what I did. This is Colorbox Archival dye ink, and the color is called Seattle Gray. And I wanted to show you that this one was my favorite because it's I don't know why they call it Seattle Sky, but it's more of a pencil tone. It's almost a graphite tone. It's more gray than it is brown. The StazOn Dove Gray has, you can see a little bit difference in the tone. Let me put them down here and then focus so you can see. See, it's just a little bit more gray than brown. I liked it the best. That was my favorite. So I'm going to, here's the regular stamp. I just applied it to a block. These come really nicely padded and everything, so they're ready to go. See there? Okay, so I'm going to use the Colorbox Archival dye ink. I don't go from rubber stamp down. I've always gone from the pad down to the rubber. With this, I just want it to have lighter than I would normally. I don't want to squeeze too much of the ink into the illustration, but you want it to show up. So we're just going to ensure, and this is a brand new ink pad too, because I kind of went shopping looking for some colors that I thought would work best with these illustrations, and I think I did a pretty good job in locating some inks that are going to allow you to put as much color as you like on there. So I've inked that, and all I'm going to do, normally we kind of stand up and we really push, make sure it's all even pressure. Place it on the middle of the pad, and then just, you want to push down lightly. You don't want to push it down so hard that it puts too much ink down on the paper. I am using Cryogen paper, which is not necessarily a pure white. It's got some ivory in it. So I'm going to lift that off. Okay. And then I want to show you how beautiful this turns out. I want to get as close as I can. Now look at the shading around that eye. It's beautiful. It's still there. It's almost as if you printed a digital image. I wanted to show you how it looks with the Memento Tuxedo Black as well. We put stamp down to, or the ink down to the stamp. Get it all covered. Okay. Put this away. I found the first time that I stamped it with Memento, I found that the eyes were a little bit darker than I like. And I'm going to show you this up real close. And it's because the ink is so dark, you can't really get too much of your color medium in it once it is that dark. So I found these awesome little makeup Q-tips, and I'm just going to take away some of the black ink just in the areas where I would like to see extra color, like on the cheeks, the nose, around the eyes, maybe the hair. Okay, grab up some of that ink, get it off of there. Let's stamp this. I'm just using a scrap piece of paper. So, oh, it does fit. That's good. Okay, so we're going to put it down lightly. I'm going to focus in. Barely tap. Make sure that you do push, but you're not pushing like you do your normal stamps. Tap it on there a little bit. Let's see what we come up with. Okay, I want to just show you the difference. Close up. There is quite the difference between this is the Memento Black. You're obviously not going to be capable of putting a ton of color on the hair because it's so thick and it's so dark. But just look at the difference between that and the Seattle Sky. You can put as much color in there as you like. You're still going to see the shading underneath your medium, but it's not going to distract from it. Not only that, but the London Fog did the same thing. Gives you the shading and permits you to add as much tone to it as you like. This one's even, this is this Mr. Snowman again. I can make her hair blonde, red, green, purple, pink. These PPinkies are like the dolls we used to play with in the 60s and 70s. So you can go any color you want scheme with these. These particular designs are exclusive in rubber only at Treasured Times Rubber Stamps. It's Tammy Louise from Handmade by TLC. I appreciate you visiting. Have a great day.